Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Ren. I got a video today from O'Shea Duke Jackson Pearl. And then a video I made like a couple days ago, I mentioned that I don't fully agree with everything with Pearl and Fresh and Fit. And someone said that I was like bashing Pearl. I was like, I don't bash people in general like that, but if you say so. But there's reasons why I don't really push Pearl's content. I used to when I first started, but as I got to know her and just saw the type of content she was doing and just the way she kind of goes about her content, it was just something I didn't really want to associate myself with. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Kick the beat. Man, these YouTube streets are crazy and people are shook. It's like the 80s in Baltimore in the crack epidemic. You gotta watch your back because gunshots! It's real out here in the field and people just...
You know, like, it sounds even funnier when it's like sped up a little bit, but fucking O'Shea is always hilarious to me.
It's been falling off. At first, there was Andrew Tate. Then Sneeko. Gunshots! He took the RIP. Then it was Zerka. Gunshots! And then it was Fresh and Fit.
You know, out of all four of these creators, I can actually see why they got removed. I can see why Sneeko got removed. I can see why Zerko got removed. I can see why Tate got removed. And, you know, I can understand why Fresh and Fit got removed from the demonetization or the monetization program. Just some of the actions, the things that they did were a little bit much. And mainstream media isn't going to just let them do these things or say some of these things out there.
Fresh and Fit was the next out here crying and crying and crying. But I remember there was somebody left and she was the last woman standing. And she actually came to Fresh and Fit's defense. That was Just Pearly Things. Remember, Just Pearly Things grifted everything that Fresh and Fit did because she really didn't have the talent to do it on her own. Moved to London, copied their...
This is what I've noticed with women. You know, like they're not able to do things on their own or think of ideas on their own majority of the time. You know, when you think about it, Passport Bros. And then all of a sudden became Passport Sis because they wanted to compete with us, you know. And then we did, you know, there's fucking NBA. And then, you know, we made them a women's NBA. And now they think they're better than the NBA. And it's just like, come on, people.
Entire style and replicated it to a T. And when Fresh and Fit got hit, then she knew it was her next. But she had this to say.
Yeah, guys, we need to support other red pill content creators, men's content, because men do deserve to have a space where they can talk freely without women policing them and telling them how to speak. And
I 100% agree with this. You know, like I said, I don't fully disagree with everything this person has to say. It's just I disagree with the person itself sometimes and like the major, like kind of what they embody. So
men do deserve to have content that represents them and their thoughts and their opinions without being Me Too'd, without having a million hit pieces, and without being canceled on everything. What's happening to Fresh and Fit, what happened to Andrew Tate, what happened to Sneeko, it's all wrong. And who knows?
I mean, yes, in a sense, they probably shouldn't have been demonetized. But I can also understand why they got demonetized. Again, some of the things that Fresh and Fit did on air, yeah. The same thing with Sneeko, you know. Andrew Tate, he was just, that one's a little bit more different than the other two, in my opinion. But you can see a lot of them doing some pretty bad things online and on their streams and stuff like that. And I think that's the big problem. Like, if these men didn't, you know, portray themselves as such a asshole in a sense sometimes, and the way their actions and just the way they're treating women and the things they say, like the things like Sneeko, like, you know, air humping, trying to say he was, you know, taking on another YouTuber. Yeah, that's against terms of service. So I fully understand why some of these people got demonetized, and it's not because they were red pill. It really wasn't. You know, it was fine that they were red pill, but there's also the other things that they were doing outside of what they were doing with red pill.
I have no idea if I'll be next.
And you would think that Just Pearly Things would have stopped with the buffoonery. But no, she kept on going. She kept on making like real cringe videos about women voting. Videos like this.
All right, what up, guys? Today I have my Women Shouldn't Vote t-shirt. These t-shirts are the best in the game. Super soft, amazing. You will never find a t-shirt like this in your life.
Best in the game? Really?
And it's amazing because I go out and I'm on the streets and everyone comes up to me and just asks me where I bought this t-shirt. You can get yours too at the AudacityNetwork.store. That's the AudacityNetwork.store. Get your t-shirt today.
What are those?
Then repetitive videos on Piers Morgan that took shots at certain protected groups like the Jews. Then there was the Nick Fuentes interview that took shots at the blacks. And then there's repetitive.
And I feel like all the people that kind of featured Nick Fuentes in their, interviewed him and stuff and had him come on their show, all of them are getting screwed over pretty hard because of YouTube. And it makes sense because he was banned off of YouTube. So why would YouTube want you to bring him onto their platform on your channel? It doesn't make sense.
Repetitive shots at overweight women and repetitive shots at women in general. But she was still relatively safe on the platform. And we think that because she was a woman that helped her out a lot. But why did Just Pearly Things get demonetized? Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? Well, Just Tree 411, aka Tree of Logic, figured it out. And I gotta give her a round of applause because she's one of the best YouTube detectives I've ever seen in my life. We're gonna go and find out.
Hey, I like her and Daphne, the Queen of Accountability. They're both awesome.
Why Just Pearly Things most likely got kicked off YouTube.
So let's go on to what she did. Oh, here's where it gets good. So we're going to show you the current events, and I want to show you, or shall I say, we're going to show you how the crescendo of everything, like how we went from how one thing led to another, and how.
Damn, Tree of Logic must speak pretty slow because I have this like 1.5 speed and it just seems like she's speaking normal speed. So
How Pearl is indeed playing dumb. So remember, look at this time right here. This was done today, November the 15th, like tomorrow's November the 16th. This is when you guys are going to see the video on November the 16th. And it's at 6:43 p.m. Okay. This is when she claims, I don't know why I got a YouTube strike. I don't know why not YouTube strike. I don't know why I got demonetized. Well, let's look at this complaint here that was sent from a young lady who was complaining to YouTube about the exploitation of her sister and how nothing was done for this and nothing is done to this. So here's the thing. The TikTok YouTuber Pearl, and she at Pearl. This is what I'm saying. She at Pearl. So this was like nothing new to Pearl. Pearl knew what was going down. So she at Pearl and says, the TikToker / YouTuber Pearl stopped my 15-year-old sister and her school friends on the street to ask them invasive questions about sex on her YouTube channel.
Asking minors about sex questions. So yeah, I don't watch Pearl's content anymore. I've stepped away from it, but yeah, definitely don't want to be interviewing minors and asking them about sex questions.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh.
Maybe it was like minor like boys, but when it's women, they get protected.
Okay. She made several cut downs of the videos and has subjected them to abuse from the #RedPill community.
This is probably the big reason why I don't really enjoy Pearl and Fresh and Fit so much, is because the people that follow them are a little bit like abusive and harsh on their comments. The way that Fresh and Fit present, women, and the way Pearl presents women, it subjugates them to being harassed pretty easily. Just the way she presents how they are. And again, some of these women deserve some pushback here and there, but they're like harassing, going into their comment sections or going into their like TikToks and stuff, or X, and leaving comments and stuff, that I don't advocate for that. I tell you guys, don't go do that. Don't, like, if you guys do, like, at least like just some constructive criticism, don't go out there and just trash other people. Like, that's not what I'm about. Maybe I'll hold some people accountable when they do certain actions, but just to trash people for them speaking their mind or whatever it is, I think that's the issue that we have with society nowadays. As long as someone has a disagreement with us, publicly, then we just don't want to listen to them anymore, and we just discard them. Not that I still listen here and there from what Pearl's content, I just don't watch it like I used to.
Now, this is something that's very important because that's harassment. That's against terms of service. So get ready for a daggone community guideline strike out there, Pearl. Mm-hmm.
It is weird that she got demonetized before she got any type of strikes or anything, though. So
okay, yes, you're basically harassing underage children. To your hate mob. That's against terms of service. So once they get these receipts,
and that'd be the other part where I dislike, because of communities like hers and Fresh and Fit, people in our community get called like that, hate mobs. Because there is a good chunk of men that still have the red pill rage, and there's still a lot of them still watch Fresh and Fit and Pearl's channel. I don't think very many of you guys that are like in that rage watch me in particular, or if you guys do, you guys hold it really well. I do see some rage in the comments, but it is what it is.
oh, you're done. By the way, I got the video. This is the video right here. Stupid Pearl still got this video up. As I record this right now, Pearl still has not taken this video down. This is the video right here. Now, I'm not going to show you the young ladies that were underage, but they're in the video. And do you just say
I didn't realize like you can put underage kids like that on YouTube. Oh, I guess if unless they're like your kids. I don't know. That's just me.
she's so arrogant. She's like, I'm not taking nothing down. I'm just gonna go down fighting, cause censorship, First Amendment. Yeah, basically exploiting and harassing underage girls is not part of that,
So again, that is just Pearly Things going around London, going around the States, wherever she is, trying to ask people to get on her platform. And as you see here in this post, as you've read, the TikToker, YouTuber Just Pearly Things or Pearly Things stopped my 15-year-old
I think I remember watching this particular one because at this time I was still somewhat watching her clips here and there.
Sister and her school friends on the street to ask them invasive questions about sex on her YouTube channel. She made several cut downs of the video and has subjected them to abuse from the hashtag.
See, the other side of this that I want to argue is they gave consent to be online, did they not? Like, that'd be the other part of it. But they are minors, so I guess, can minors give consent without their parents? That I don't know. Oh, I guess I'll hear this probably actually states it.
Red Pill community. Now, the parents reached out to her, asking them to stop using the videos of their children, and she ignored them because the videos racked up millions of views. So it was all good when it was getting you money. But wait, hold on 1 second, please. Just Pearly Things is upset about this. She can't believe that any of this actually happened. And that's why you see these crying tweets. Sad music at Team YouTube. I was just demonetized on YouTube with no strikes, zero warning, and zero explanation. What is going on? Then the next one.
Jeez, a lot of people view her posts. Like 675,000 views. Holy cow.
I have been selling demonetized out of thin air with no warning for hateful content at Team YouTube. And then it says, your channel is not currently able to earn. Well. What do you know? And let me just say this, I know some people, even SBK who's editing this, he doesn't agree that people should be demonetized.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not celebrating this. Like, I don't know why people think I celebrate some of these things. I really don't. I just highlight it, because this affects our community because she's a big part of our community. And maybe not me personally, because I try to stay away from her particular comment. I'm sure a lot of you guys still watch hers, which I don't mind. You guys get to watch whatever you guys want.
On why it should be a bad thing. And really, I don't like people losing their monetization either. To be honest, even Cynthia G, I really wasn't so happy that she lost it. But when she made fun of Kevin Samuels dying, I just thought that it was like revenge.
I felt the exact same way that O'Shea did. Not that I wish for people to get demonetized, but because she was one of those, hyenas that were cackling at the Godfather's death. Karma sucks.
So I was kind of glad she got shut down based on that and that alone. But here's a situation that people like Just Pearly Things need to understand. Firstly, Just Pearly Things got kicked off of several platforms. Almost got kicked off of Instagram, all right? So she got kicked off of TikTok, almost got kicked off of Instagram, appealed, won, then got kicked off of YouTube or demonetized. So there are 3 different platforms you've had issues with. That should also tell you that you're doing something wrong, all right? Now, same thing with Fresh and Fit. These guys got kicked off of TikTok, came onto YouTube posting the same things, thinking like, okay, well, YouTube is more tolerant, which it is, but still, you don't need to get kicked off of YouTube. All that you need to do is get demonetized. And Kevin Samuels, again, he's the one that predicted this. He's like, listen, they don't have to take your channel. All they got to do is demonetize you, which is the same thing as taking your channel. Secondarily, there are the collaborations with people who are banned from the platform. And again, Fresh and Fit and Pearly Things have a history of doing these things.
This is where I was like, you fucked up, Pearl. You shouldn't have brought these people that were banned. There's reasons why they were banned, and YouTube does not want them on their platform, and it's their fucking platform.
Firstly, there are the interviews with like John Circa, okay? Then there's the collaborations with Nick Fuentes. Then there are collaborations with Andrew Tate. And then there are collaborations with Sneeko. These are people that YouTube doesn't want on the platform. Yet what you're doing is giving them a platform on your channel.
Yeah, I'm surprised that she had these people on for a long time and nothing happened to her until more recent, which makes sense because I think she's a woman. If there was a man that was featuring all of these creators, they would probably be gotten demonetized pretty quickly.
You think that they don't know this because you're like, oh, well, I'm not off the platform, so it's okay for me to interview them since they're deplatformed, but you're still giving them a platform to produce hateful content. So then YouTube comes after you. Then thirdly, with people like Just Pearly Things, you're trying to do things just to go viral. You're trying to get attention. And unfortunately, when you do things to get attention, you get what you're asking for. And you did. You have a huge channel. You have a lot of people on Twitter, and you're doing things to make money, but you're not doing things to add value to your audience. And that's the difference. When you have an audience in a niche, you're not so worried about fast growth, right? You're just trying to sustain your...
That is the major thing. Like, she was really about growth. She was like doing some pretty outrageous things where, yeah, it got eyes on her, but sometimes you don't want all these eyes on you, especially us in this particular space. I don't want certain eyes on me. I only care about the men that it serves. Everybody else, I can care less. You know what I mean?
Growth and get better in the niche. But when you're looking at money and trying to get to the bag and making excessive profits and you're trying to trend, you're trying to go viral. Yeah, you'll go viral for saying stupid things, but then you want to sit back and act like you don't know what happened. And we're living in a life full of consequences. Let me just tell you this. She acts like she doesn't know about what happened. And she knew what happened, all right? She's had several warnings about this and what would occur. But she wanted to continue to do whatever she wanted to do. So now that you've done it, accept what's happened to you, all right? YouTube is a platform. And as a YouTuber, as a big YouTuber, you can't...
This is why I don't do certain things. I try not to say certain things on here. Why? Yeah, I don't want to get demonetized. One, it would suck. But two, it's just like, it's not my platform. It's not my game. It's their game. I'm just playing it. And I just have to play by the rules. Do I want to play by the rules? Not really, but rules are rules. And as a man that, has been in trouble a lot in my life, sometimes, the gray on this one,
be on Twitter just posting anything, saying anything that you want when you have 1 or 2 million followers on the platform. Again, it was all kind of petty things like laughing at MTR when he had cancer, silly things like that, and just having...
That was a major thing why I stopped watching her, was because of that. Like, to make fun of a man's cancer and to make fun of his balls and stuff, like, what? I thought you were from a high-class family that were really wealthy. Where's your class? I was born into like a poor-ass family, and they taught me class. And they taught me how to carry myself around other people.
Troubles altogether. And now you're acting like because you had 0 strikes or 0 community guidelines issues that you shouldn't be demonetized. But that doesn't have anything to do with being demonetized. Because listen,
Correct.
You can be in the partner program and have 0 community guideline strikes and be demonetized. You don't need to have a community guideline strikes or any copyright violations to be demonetized. There are plenty of YouTubers who have 1 million subscribers and who don't have any community guideline strikes that have never gotten the plaque, okay? Ever gotten the plaque, because their content doesn't fall in line with what YouTube feels should be a creator with 1 million plaque, all right? With the play button. That's just how it is. And if you can get mad all you want, it's not my fault. The reality is that creators are
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
trying to do things just to go viral instead of doing things that add value to the niche. And so when you're chasing fame and you're chasing clout, you will get it, but your career will be short-lived. And for people that I've seen in the game,
Yeah, shout out to O'Shea. I 100% agree with him. When people try to chase fame, chase clout, like, all you do is just add some value to the niche. That's all I hope I do. It's just like, if the men here that watch me get some kind of value, learn something from it, and it opens their mind on something else, that's all I really care about.
for like 10, 15 years, hey, it's a steady growth to the top. But those people who want to get to the game faster and start bragging about how quick they got there is because you're saying something that's really crazy. Somebody like Mr. Beast or really great creators like that, these guys worry about trying to make the most impressive content that they can. While creators like Just Pearly Things and Fresh and Fit worry about trying to offend as many people as they can. And you can do that all you want, but then the water will run dry. So Just Pearly Things, just know you will never probably see monetization again, but I'll keep making videos about you. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk.
Man, shout outs to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Always making wonderful videos. He picks on Pearl a lot. He does have a lot of videos on her, but I understand why. Again, I have no beef against Pearl. I have no beef against Fresh and Fit. Do I disagree with some of the things they do? Yes. Why? Because they create a certain image for the space. And that image is not a good image. Do we really care what other people think? No. As men, but remember how the space is viewed and how everything is viewed does still trickle down on things. And sometimes if the whole space is viewed as some kind of terrorist organization, which is somewhat is now, it just makes it so it's harder for us to create this type of content. That's all it is. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.